Welcome back to the podcast. Today's episode is about something people don't really talk about, not out loud at least. What happens after a divorce? When the paperwork is done, friends stop checking in every day, and you're suddenly left alone with a lot of time. People often say, this is your chance to focus on yourself, which sounds nice until it's a quiet Tuesday evening and you don't know what to do with your hands, your thoughts, or your life. So today, we're talking about hobbies after divorce. Not the Instagram version, not the glow up montage, but the real stuff. Awkward evenings, trial and error, and slowly figuring out how to be alone without feeling lonely. This is a conversation between two men, both divorced, one recently, one a few years down the road.
I've realized something kind of depressing. Evenings used to fly by, and now they feel wide, like an empty parking lot.
Yeah, after a divorce, time doesn't pass. It loiters.
That's exactly it. I'll sit down, check the clock, think, okay, it's gotta be close to 9, and it's 7:18.
7:18 is the most dangerous time. Too early to give up, too late to start something meaningful.
I end up pacing, opening apps, closing them, opening the fridge like it owes me answers.
The fridge never helps. It's just like, still yogurt, still sadness.
Everyone keeps telling me, now you finally have time for yourself. I don't know what that means.
Nobody does it first. Time for yourself sounds great until you're alone with your thoughts on a Wednesday.
Exactly. People say, get a hobby, like that solves everything.
As if hobbies are IKEA furniture. Some assembly required, emotional breakdown included.
I feel like I missed the class where you learn what you actually enjoy.
Most of us did. Marriage has a way of slowly outsourcing your preferences.
That hit a little too close.
Same for me. After my divorce, I realized most of my free time used to be joint decisions. Even my downtime was negotiated.
So what did you do when it was suddenly just you?
First, I panicked quietly. Then I overcompensated loudly.
How so?
I tried to become an upgraded version of myself overnight. Gym membership, new clothes, books with words like discipline in the title.
Yes, the I'm fine starter kit.
Exactly. I even tried meditation, which mostly involved sitting still and thinking about everything I'd done wrong.
That sounds like meditation, actually.
Fair, but it taught me something important. Early hobbies aren't about happiness, they're about containment.
Containment?
Keeping your emotions from leaking into everything. A hobby gives your day edges, boundaries.
I like that. Right now, my days feel shapeless.
Totally normal. That's why I usually suggest three kinds of hobbies after divorce:
I'm listening.
physical, social, quiet.
That does sound like a book.
I know, but it works.
Let's start with physical.
Physical hobbies are the emergency brake. Walking, swimming, lifting weights, nothing extreme, just something that reminds your body it still exists.
I've been walking a lot. No music, just walking.
That's huge. Walking without headphones is basically emotional maintenance.
Sometimes I don't even think. Other times I think too much.
Both are fine. The body processing stuff before the brain catches up.
I tried running once, bought expensive shoes.
Of course you did.
I hated it immediately.
Running is optional suffering. You're allowed to quit.
Good to know.
Next, social hobbies. Those are tricky.
Yeah. Social anything feels forced right now.
That's why you want structured social. Activities where interaction is secondary.
Like what?
Climbing gym, language class, board game nights. Situations where silence is acceptable.
So, no, how are you really doing conversations?
Exactly. Casual proximity. You're around people without performing.
That actually sounds safe.
It is. And over time, that safety turns into connection.
What about quiet hobbies?
Those come later. That's where you rebuild your relationship with being alone.
I'm not great at that right now.
Few people are at first. Being alone after divorce feels like abandonment, even if no one's actually leaving.
That's exactly how it feels.
Quiet hobbies, reading, cooking, photography, writing, they turn solitude into choice instead of punishment.
I've been cooking a bit, mostly simple stuff.
That's perfect. Cooking for yourself is underrated healing.
It still feels weird sometimes, eating alone.
It does, until one day you realize you made exactly what you wanted, exactly when you wanted it.
No compromise.
None. I once had pancakes for dinner 3 nights in a row.
That's dangerous freedom.
It really is.
Did you ever feel like you were just distracting yourself?
All the time. But here's the truth. Distraction isn't bad in early recovery.
Really?
Yeah, rumination is the real problem. Hobbies interrupt the loop.
I've been rewatching old movies, stuff from my 20s.
That's a great sign.
Why?
You're checking in with earlier versions of yourself before responsibility took over everything.
I watched Fight Club and realized I now relate more to the IKEA scenes.
That's adulthood. Congratulations.
Part of me worries I'm wasting time.
You're not. You're recalibrating. Big difference.
Did you ever feel pressure to prove you were okay?
Constantly. I thought my hobbies had to justify my divorce somehow.
Like evidence.
Exactly. Look, I'm thriving. I lift weights and cook quinoa.
That sounds exhausting.
It was until I realized hobbies aren't a performance.
That's hard to remember.
Especially with social media, everyone's healing journey looks amazing online.
Everyone's always hiking.
Always. No one's posting the nights they ate cereal and stared at the wall.
Those nights feel very real.
And they're part of it. Some weeks, your only hobby is not texting your ex.
That deserves a medal.
Gold minimum.
Did any hobby actually stick long term for you?
Photography. It taught me how to look outward again.
I like that.
Divorce turns your focus inward. Photography slowly reversed that.
So the goal isn't to reinvent yourself overnight.
No, it's to gently remember who you are when no one's watching.
That feels doable.
Good, because pressure kills curiosity.
Curiosity feels like the right word.
That's what comes back first, not joy. Curiosity.
So tonight, it's okay if I just cook something simple, or walk, or watch another movie.
More than okay. That's how it starts.
One evening at a time.
Always. No ice baths required.
Thank God.
If a hobby makes you miserable, it's not growth, it's just misery with branding.
I'm writing that down.
Do it. Divorced men survive on borrowed wisdom and leftover furniture.
Thanks, man. This helped.
Anytime. And hey, if you ever want to learn Italian, I can still order coffee and apologize fluently.
That might be all I need.
What I like about this conversation is that it doesn't try to sell a solution. There's no perfect hobby, no checklist that suddenly makes everything okay. Just small, human ways of filling time until time starts feeling normal again. If you're newly divorced, maybe your hobby right now is just getting through the evening without spiraling. That counts. And if you're further along, maybe you recognize yourself in the trial and error phase. Buying gear, quitting things, starting over. The point isn't to become someone new overnight. It's to give yourself permission to be curious again, to do things without explaining them, to slowly rebuild a relationship with your own time. Thanks for listening. If this episode resonated with you, you're not alone, even if it feels that way sometimes. We'll be back next time.